question, please, from Oliver Richardson. Oliver Richardson.
With today's 8% rise in energy bills, is it now time for a price freeze?
Is it time now for a price freeze, as Ed Miliband was suggesting? Joe Swinson.
Well, I understand why that seems so attractive, because at the end of the day, people are finding it really tough at the moment to balance household budgets, and it just feels sometimes like energy bills just keep going through the roof. But I don't think that Ed Miliband has identified the right solution to this problem, and there's a few reasons why that is the case. I think, first of all...
Can you give the main one?
Yeah, if you announce a price freeze, and you say this is going to happen in 18 months' time, what you get is the energy companies that will hike up their prices before that actually happens.
Perhaps they think he's going to win the next election, and they're hiking them up already.
Well, yeah, I mean, you could say that that's partly it, but that is something which doesn't actually, therefore, get you the ultimate goal that you were aiming for. But the other thing is this: we have an energy market which is, I think, quite dysfunctional, and that was created, in fact, when Ed Miliband himself was the Energy Secretary, and in fact it allowed the Big Six to thrive. More than 90% of people are with one of the Big Six companies, and that lack of competition is not good. But Ed Miliband's plans would make that worse, because what are the types of companies that would manage to withstand the 20 months of the price freeze? It would be those that had already built up fat profits. It would be those Big Six. The ones that it would really hurt would be the smaller companies that we need to provide competition to those larger operators. They would be much more likely to go bust and go out of the market, leaving us with an entrenched Big Six, which is the opposite from the direction that we need to be going to get better deals for consumers.
I said it as a joke, but do you think there's a possibility that these prices are being hiked now because of what Ed Miliband said about a freeze if Labour came to office?
Well, I think there's a lot of reasons why we are seeing...
do you think specifically that?
I think that there are wholesale rises in energy prices globally.
But do you think Miliband's statement has got anything to do with it?
I think that it could well have an impact. I think ultimately, if you're in the energy market and you see that that has been announced by one of the major political parties, that could factor into your calculations, and that is unhelpful.
Thank you. Diane Abbot.
Joe seems to have been taken in by these big energy companies saying, oh, if the prices are frozen, you know, the lights will go out, we'll go bankrupt. The truth is, it's a rigged market, and the energy companies have been making hay with it for far too long. They put up their price, I think, less than 12 months ago. Now this company is talking about an 8% rise, and they will all follow on. Of course, if it was a genuine market, you wouldn't need any intervention. But it's a rigged and dysfunctional market. And what we're saying is we freeze prices for 2 years while we sort out the regulation, we sort out the market. These price rises are very serious for ordinary people, Joe. There will be old people who have difficulty finding the money to heat their homes this winter. And for the government just to wring its hands and criticise Ed Miliband, the government doesn't have a practical proposal which will make energy affordable for people, particularly in East Anglia, which I know can get very cold in the winter, who are going to have difficulty heating their homes. Wringing your hands is not enough. We believe in markets, but we believe in genuine markets. This is a dysfunctional market, and the real problem is the huge profit margin which the energy companies...
So you think they should freeze, this government should freeze things now?
Well, they won't do it, but that's what they should do, and we will certainly do it when we win in 2015.
A number of people with their hands up, and I'll come to you in a second.